Hey, what's up, chat? Can I see the TikTok? I can see the TikTok too, but I should bring my laptop to my desk so I can see the TikTok better. I really don't feel like bring my laptop over here, so it is what it is. Trust me, you get what you get. Blitz. I'm here for a good time, not a long time, you know. I'm never had me a good time in a long time, you know. I'm way up, but I feel bad. I'm way up, but I feel best. What you're trading right now, G? Right now, this is Forex. So I'm in a GBP sell. But I mainly trade Forex and indices. Indices like that's 100. I trade Forex, I trade NAS 100, and I trade gold. It's good. You know, welcome to the stream though. What you trade? ES and NQ? So I trade NAS 100, which is the same as NQ. Just the Forex version, I guess. But I don't trade ES because I don't trade futures. But if I could give you an ES breakdown. I think I already have one from earlier when I was on live, actually. Oh yeah. ES, NQ, and GC. So you trade futures. ES, NQ, and gold. You trade ICT? No, you don't trade ICT? That's a good answer, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That's a good answer, but I'm not gonna lie. All right, I'm gonna give you a brief summary of how I trade because you don't know who I am, right? So I'm gonna give you a brief summary of how I trade. So, my main foundation of my trading is support and resistance, right? And inside my support and resistance, first I break my trading plan down step by step. So first I need to identify clear direction. So whether we bullish or bearish. How do I do that? I use the higher time frames. I use the daily, and the 4 hour, and the 1 hour. Once I identify my clear direction, like my directional bias, I then drop down to a 5-minute time frame to enter. I enter. Wait, actually, before we even get to entering, I identified a clear directional bias using the daily 4 hour and 1 hour. Then I identify a potential area I want to take a trade at that is pro trend to that overall directional bias. So I'm looking for bias. I want to look at most recent levels of I trade support resistance. So I want to look at most recent level of support levels that price could come down to before going higher, and I want to buy at those areas. So once I have those areas marked up, I wait for price to get there. Once price gets there, I go to the 5-minute time frame. And when I go to the 5-minute time frame, I want to see bearish structure on that 5-minute time frame. The reason why I want to see bearish structure on that 5-minute time frame is because I use that internal structure shift from the 5-minute going from bearish to bullish structure as my entry confluence to let me know that the sellers are dying out and buyers are regaining control on the lower time frames. That also lines up with the higher time frame directional bias. Okay. Now let me put that in perspective. For resistance, go this for sure. Hey, look, price action never gets old. There is no price action never evolved. Like you got people that trade IC2 and then he got a 2021 course, a 2022 course, a 2024 course. It's too many involved. That shit evolving too much when price action never evolves. Price action never fails. Right now, price action does lose, but on the longevity aspect of trading, price action is king. But say this is a daily time frame where we have this red line where we have a clear higher high and higher low. Right? And then we have a 4-hour time frame that looks like this. Let's make this a different color. Make this green, let you know this is a 4-hour time frame. Then a 1-hour time frame looks something like this. Let's make the yellow. This is the 1-hour time. Let's make it black. Let's know that this is the 1-hour time frame. I said, let's change my background. Why that shit look blue? Am I tripping? How do my background look blue? Apply defaults. Change. Red lines. Solid white. Bro, am I fucking tripping? This shit look blue. It's low-key pissing me off. Bro, where was I just at, bro? Okay. Hypothetically, let me look at my phone. Actually, let me look at my YouTube chat. Oh shit, I put the wrong link in the fucking. Did I? You know, I did put the wrong link. All right. Yeah. All right, look. Oh, that shit definitely look fucking blue though. It's pissing me off. I'm gonna switch my monitor in a second. But all right, say this is the daily time frame. We have a clear higher high, higher low. 4 hour time frame, we have a clear higher highs and higher lows. And then on 1 hour time frame, we have lower lows, lower highs. What I would do is I will. All right, yeah. What I would do is I would mark off my most recent lower high on this 1 hour time frame and use that as my potential area to take a trade off of. Right. So this is my level of resistance. I'll wait for this resistance level to get turned into support, and I would try to take a trade like this. Once we have a 1 hour shift into bullish structure, we have another time frame, which would be my 5-minute time frame, looking like this. As this 5-minute time frame is showing me clear lower lows and lower highs like this, I would simply just use the most recent lower high as my entry. And then for a pending buy order, stop loss below the low, then I'll look to target my overall 1 hour high being up here. This is a nutshell of how I trade. So I use the higher time frame for directional buyers, and I use the 5-minute time frame for entry as price break above or below a major key level of support or resistance. Now let's open up trading view on my other monitor. See if that shit still look blue, bro. Why do that shit look blue? Canvas, not canvas, symbols. Let's change these colors. Let's go black. Okay, no. Black or not. Like, like, blue. Like, there we go. That looks a lot better. So I'm gonna give you what I think about ES. Let's go back to ES. So here's what I think about ES. ES starting off on a daily time frame. How I like to start off, we are aggressively bullish. We have a impulsive breakout to the upside where we have a clean as day, clear higher high. This is clear bullish structure. We just broke above this high here. Now we're all the way up here. So daily time frame, buyers are in control. That's a no-brainer. But on the 4 hour time frame, same as well, where we have buyers in control. We have a smaller range here with clear higher highs and higher lows, an aggressive breakout, a deep retracement. Looking at this deep retracement, this retracement was very deep and most likely off of a fib level retracement. So as you can see, we have a deep retracement pullback into a 50% of a bullish fib, right? But a 4 hour time frame is bullish as well. Start at the 1 hour time frame. Looking at our 1 hour time frame, once again, aggressively bullish. We created this higher high over here, breaking these highs up here. Price didn't give us a pullback into these previous highs, which price broke all the way looking left over here, giving us this break and retest. Inside this break and retest, we have some equal lows here where price made these relatively equal lows. Market open, left a big ass gap, then we just filled the gap to bounce out the market. So once the market open, I was looking at a retest down here for potential entries based off of 5 minute. Looking at our 5 minute structure on this pullback, we have a lower low, a lower high, a lower low. This is my most recent lower high. Technically, my 5 minute is still bearish until we take out this high over here, which we didn't quite get. So based off of buys, I'll wait for a closure above this high to take some buys on ES, and then you can have some stops based off of an hourly candle low. So depending on where this hourly candle close at, depending on where this hourly candle bottom wick at, as is giving this breakout, with aggression, you can have a tight stop loss or maybe a little bit more conservative stop loss above this high. Then you can look to target the top of the range all the way up here. But as far as ES, strictly buy. As far as gold, I think I'm bearish on gold. I think I said that earlier. So yes, bearish on gold. I was looking at a break and retest of this area. We got to break out, didn't quite give us a retest, so we missed out on that opportunity. I was also looking at a break and retest of this wick here. We got to break out here with a 1 hour closure below. Now we get in this kind of retest. Looking on a 5 minute time frame, not quite an entry, but I could see price continuing to drop down with this 1 hour bullish engulfing. Potential entries on gold would be actually right now with a sell stop loss above the high of not this current candle, but the previous candle, because this is the rejection candle here. So stop loss above there, and then you can look to target the bottom of this range here, which is about a 1-to-1 risk reward. This will be getting in the trade late. I really wouldn't take this. I would just wait for a steeper pullback into this area right up here. Maybe not gonna have this session. Could set up for New York session. Either one works out just fine. As far as gold, hold on, give me a second. Hello? Sorry, Shawty. Other than that, let's go type that analysis again. Looking at our daily time frame, we're overall bearish on gold. Reason being, we were creating higher highs and higher lows here. We have a push down here that gave us a market structure shift where the daily time frame did go bearish, and we just have a retracement of an overall bearish, a bullish retracement of an overall bearish push. Looking on our 4 hour time frame, we went bullish here as price decided to create this higher high, this higher low, this higher high. We went back bearish below here where we have a new lower low and a lower high sitting right over here. So our daily is bearish, our 4 hour is bearish. So I want to be taking sells overall. Now it's up to the 1 hour time frame to give me a potential area to sell. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, we have a break and closure below this wick here. We're going to take some aggressive sells here. Being a little bit more conservative, you want to see a 1 hour pullback into this previous area that got protected back here, then to take the sells up here. But that's what I think about gold. And you said NQ, which is the same as NASDAQ, NASDAQ 100, but we can look at it on futures just for the shits and giggles. Actually, I don't feel like going to break down on that. That's not good, bro. I really don't feel like giving a fuck it. Looking on a daily time frame on the NQ, overall aggressively bullish. We are definitely at all-time highs. We just broke above this high here, no real retracement. So daily is bullish. Up to the 4 hour time frame. Looking on the 4 hour time frame, same as well. We are aggressively bullish. We just broke above this high now, and now price is giving me pullback rejection into this area. So daily is bullish, 4 hours bullish, and drop down to the 1 hour time frame. Looking on the 1 hour time frame, same as well. We are aggressively bullish. We are pulled back into this previous high right over here with a nice rejection. So we could just simply adjust this line to drag it down here to where it fits within the 1 hour time frame. We have this break and retest. Our 1 hour time frame is bullish. Price is starting to make its way back up. We have a gap here that price filled the gap. Now we're looking like we might continue back up. Try into a 5 minute time frame and look at this 5 minute structure where we have lower low, lower high, lower low. Our 5 minute time frame is bullish, but in a bearish retracement. I wouldn't want to buy just yet. Potential buys would be if price breaks above this high over here. So I wouldn't want to buy all the way up here either, because buying here is just super late in price when you only have a little bit more of the range to fit, right? Wouldn't want to buy this late. So instead, what I would rather wait for is for price to come back down, reclaim this low over here with some structure, and then give a better entry as we create some equal lows to get a better entry down here. Top loss below this low, and look to target these highs up here. Either this one or this one. But either way, I could see both of these playing out, but I would rather take this one than to take this one, because this bullish move already started, right, with that market open gap. And that was my trade from Friday. That was this trade right over here from Friday. I hit a 1-2 risk reward where I decided to close partials at, and then price eventually came down to stop me at a break even. But this overall bullish push has already started. So as far as trading NAS 100 right now, within this current price action, is not something that I would personally do. What I did, ES, gold, and NASDAQ. That's what I just did. Okay, bet. Looking on my trade right here on this GBP position, I still like this position. I like it even more because our 1 hour candle just gave us a massive bearish engulfing, still closing below these previous bodies right over here. So our 1 hour time frame definitely is still bearish. And I do like this overall closure. I low-key could trail stop. I don't have to have my stop loss this high anymore. I could trail it down here, but just to be a little more conservative, I want to keep my stop loss. I don't want to get taken out and then price over our one. I will trail stop loss as price comes take out this low here. I'm not going to take parcels off, but as price come take out this low where we had this break and retest, I will trail stop loss from 30 to 15 to cut them in half just to manage risk a little bit. Hold on, chat. I gotta get out of order. I'll be back, man. I get thirsty. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Oh my god, this GU play was a fucking banger. Let's see. No, that stop loss was way too big. I wouldn't have took that. Look at this pullback. I wouldn't have took that, but that play was fucking banger. I didn't pay attention to this next hourly close at 2 a.m. That's where we make a decision on GJ. Well, I'm gonna read it in a second, bro. Give me a second. Yeah, let's have a look. Well, and I was thinking of buying DBP now you're my ops. Hey, look. Hey, look. Hey, I don't think you want to be my op, man. I'll be sniping, bro. Hey, but look though, stick to your own setup, bro. Feel me? That's how you learn. What makes you want to buy though? What makes you want to buy? If anybody in the chat got a pair that y'all want me to break down, it could be futures, stocks, forex, indices, it could be anything. Just let me know and I'll do a breakdown or give you my input, what I think about it in the TikTok chat. But yeah, what makes you think GBP CHF should go up? I do see a sell, but I see liquidity above. We need to grab before it drops. Okay, this is what I think about liquidity. I think the liquidity concept is insanely flawed because every pivot point in price, there is technically resting liquidity below it for them traders to get taken out, whatever, or orders, pending orders sitting down there waiting to get grabbed, whatever the case may be. But basing a position solely off of liquidity, not necessarily solely off of liquidity, but basing like the liquidity concept itself is so flawed because I'm going to show you why. What about, let's start way up here. What about the liquidity that's sitting above these highs? Why haven't this liquidity got taken out yet? What about the liquidity sitting above these highs? Why haven't this liquidity got taken out yet? What about the liquidity sitting above this high? Why haven't this liquidity got taken out yet? What about the liquidity sitting above this high? Why haven't this got taken out yet? Right, the list goes on. What about the liquidity above these equal highs? Why haven't this got taken out yet? What about the one above this high? What about the one above this high? What about the liquidity sitting above here? Why haven't this got taken out yet? It's so much liquidity in either direction. That's why I think basing trades off of liquidity is too flawed. I trade pure price action. I don't care about where liquidity at. I don't care about where's resting liquidity. I don't care about what we're looking to take out. Nothing. I trade off of basically pure candlesticks. Fuck the liquidity. Because there's so many different liquidity levels that should get taken out or price is looking at the target that never gets, and it never gets there. So you say, I do see the sales, but I see liquidity above. We need to grab before it drops. Yeah, so with that approach, why haven't the liquidity sitting here get grabbed yet? This drop happened. It came back up, didn't grab this liquidity, but it dropped some more. Or up here, we have liquidity sitting above here. And we had a drop. Price came all the way up, didn't grab this liquidity, even more drop. Have a small retracement again, still didn't grab this liquidity, created some more liquidity, and generated some more liquidity. And guess what? None of them got grabbed, and price still continued to drop. So what's stopping price from continuing to drop here? Why do price have to grab this liquidity or this liquidity before continuing to drop? If that was the case, that should happen all the way up here. Why do a lot of the ICT traders that trade liquidity sweeps and stuff like that, or liquidity grabs, solely focus on the liquidity and don't ask themselves where is the rest of the liquidity at above the liquidity that they look to target, and why haven't that got grabbed? And what makes them think that the one that they're looking to target now is going to be one that get grabbed versus all the other ones not being grabbed? You're looking at price to take this liquidity or this liquidity. Ask yourself, why hasn't this liquidity got grabbed? and what makes this liquidity more significant than this one? And what's the difference between this liquidity and this liquidity? But the liquidity sitting above these highs, we have a push down, tap into a very valuable gap down here, and price started to push back up, right? The people that's buying here is taking partial profits and probably, or not even taking partial and trying to hold forward till we take this liquidity up here. But as you see, price didn't grab this liquidity and continue down. So what makes you think price not going to just give a smart minor retracement and continue down further, just like it did up here, or just like it did right here, where a push up and this further drop, or push up and this further drop? These are literally just how lower lows, lower highs being generated or printing. People say liquidity is sitting above previous equal highs and things like that, but in reality, that's just a price making a new high. If you break it down to the bare bones of trading, if price breaks above previous highs and makes a new high, it's just a higher high. Get your point, and I'm not in longs yet. I'm still waiting because it's bearish right now. Okay, I got you. So you're waiting for more of a confirmation to show you that price is starting to shift direction, and then you're going to look to get in. Okay, I got you. I got you. So you're waiting. You got an entry criteria, and you're waiting for it hit your checklist to get in. Okay, that's cool. I'll fuck with that. But the I do think the whole liquidity grab concepts is flawed. It's too flawed. It's too much room for questioning. So because there's too much room for questioning, it's too much uncertainty. Even though trading itself is uncertainty, but it's too much to worry about. And too many factors to play in on why certain liquidities should be swept versus what shouldn't be swept, and what has been swept versus what didn't get swept. Like, it's too much going on and on there. That's personally what I think about liquidity, though. But if you trade it and you're profitable when it works for you, then of course keep doing what you're doing, bro. I'm not here to sway your opinion. I'm not saying people that trade liquidity or ICT aren't profitable, because any strategy could be profitable. Just depends on the person that's trading it. Yeah. The way I trade with the higher time frames. I use lower time frames for entry. So I take a directional bias, and I only take trades supporting that directional bias until we have a structure shift going the opposite way on the higher time frames. So as you can see, if I zoom out a little bit, you see all of these red arrows. These are just areas I'm looking to sell at, but overall, I want to sell overall. So I want to sell here, where I'm actually selling at right now. If price continues to drop, I'll look to take a scale in here, or during another day, look at the sell here. If price takes this trade out and pushes up aggressively, I'll look to sell here, as long as the 1 hour gives me another shift in structure back up here. This is where the 1 hour goes bullish, so I'll mark that off. But I do want to sell here overall because the 4 hour and daily is still bearish below this level. Yeah, I just noticed my watermark not on. Anyways, watermark. What's good, Moy? Yeah. Hold on, let me think. I went to go hoop that day. What day did I go hoop? Thursday. Yeah. Shit, I don't remember. I probably was. Yeah. Oh no. I probably was. I probably was streaming. Hold on. It was. Hold on. I'm about to try to find it right now. What day was Thursday? The third. 1, 2, 3, 4 days ago. 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago. Oh, this was too fucking short. That definitely wasn't it. Oh, I should say New York session starts now or something like that. No, the 4 days ago was the third, bro. It's 1 a.m. It's 1 a.m. right now. 4 days ago was the third. So technically today is the seventh. Why the fuck I can't hear it though? What time was this? 7:32. I think this was London session. This was 3 a.m. This was London session. Why did my title say New York? This was London session that day. 4 days London session. This was London session too. Damn, I don't think I got it. I don't think I was streaming. This definitely was London session because I was on my phone. Why you trying to find that, John? uh, how long was that stream though? I'll click on it then. Oh yeah, what's your elo? What's my elo in chess? When I play match, I'm not playing chess right now. No, yeah, it was mad early. Yes, when you do play chess splits. Bro, I'm not gonna be playing chess till like no time soon, bro. I'm just trading right now. How you know I even play chess, bro? Oh, I think it's because I was going over my old trade, my old what you call them, my old streams, and I was playing chess on the stream on this session. But what you even doing nothing, bro? You don't need to be up for this session for real. Go to sleep, man. I'm a professional day trader too. I was wondering. I'm in Thailand, bro. It's 12 p.m. So 12 p.m. in Thailand is London, pre-London? That's fucking lit. Damn, that's lit. Y'all get pre-London at 12 p.m.? Nigga, pre-London for me, that'd be crack of dawn, nigga. 1 o'clock in the morning. I'd be tired as fuck trying to trade pre-London. Now, what you trade though? You get New York at 8:30 p.m.? Not yet. New York at 8:30 kind of cheeks though, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. 8:30 p.m. not bad actually. I said, yeah, y'all get good times for London. Then y'all get good times for all other sessions. I'm a future trader. Okay, I got you. Futures is lit. You trade personal capital or prop or funded? How long have you been trading for? I've been trading for 4 years. Going on 5. It'll be 5 years at the end of this year. is is this your main source of income? Yeah, at the moment, yeah. Both funded NQES and personal crypto futures. You trade with top step flow? What do you think about top step, bro? I want to get into trading as well. Well, what do you know so far? Uh, I'm funded with both top step and top one. I trade with top one too, but not top one futures. I trade with top one Forex. Already know, bro. London searching for the real. London searching for the real niggas, bro. I'll see you in New York. I know that. That's why I said London searching for the real niggas. I'll see you in New York. It's the fun in this lit. Nah, no cap. The instant funding with top one is lit if you already know how to trade. But for the people that don't know how to trade for real and still finding their way, like there's no point in buying instant funding. You're just gonna get cooked. The consistency rule is gonna cook the people that don't really know how to trade. Shit, I'm up 1K. You up 1K on what? What you trade, Jordan? All right, more. This is all manipulation right now. I'm bearish. A 15-minute fair value gap on what? On NQ? Let's look at it. And then we're here into meme coins. Meme coins is cheeks. All right, what you say? This is all manipulation right now into that bearish 15-minute fair value gap. So you trade ICT. All right, what are you upper band on? Did you take shorts? Yeah, it's going to sweep liquidity to the downside. It run up, total drop further. I took it 85 point short early after market open. Bitcoin and NQ are very correlated these days. Hold on real quick. And Solana. All right, I don't pay attention to Bitcoin no more. Well, as far as Bitcoin trading, I could see profit in Bitcoin trading. But as far as Bitcoin long-term buying and holding, that's no point in doing that. Bitcoin's already at 100K. So to see even a 2x on Bitcoin, that shit got to go to 200K. There's no point in really buying Bitcoin to actually long-term hurt. But position trading and leveraging Bitcoin, that's a different story. I do like that idea. With NQ right now, I do think NQ is still bullish. I wouldn't want to sell NQ overall. I wouldn't want to sell NQ until we have a break below 22,560. Break below these levels down here is where I would think NQ would decide to drop off even more. But based off of the current price where NQ is at, buyers are definitely still in control. And crypto is so hard to trade, I swear. These get free every time. I don't know what blowfin is. I ain't gonna lie, game. NQ was going up, but it reversed. Yeah, I took an NQ trade on Friday. Well, that wasn't NQ. It was NAS 100. Same shit though. I took a NAS 100 trade on Friday, and I held over the weekend where that market open gap hit me at a 1 to 2 risk reward. This was this Friday's trade from Friday New York session. I took this trade. I took partials here at a 1 to 2 risk reward and tried to hold a runner to take out these highs over here, but we end up coming down and getting broke even on this position. But I do think NQ or NAS 100 is still bullish. The Nasdaq is still bullish. Is it already rejecting session lows? Well, session just started, so you can't say it's rejecting session lows if the session just started. Like you don't know the overall low of that session yet until the session is over. Let's pull a TikTok chat up on my computer instead on my phone, bro. Let's go. Why the fuck do I keep hearing myself talking, my nigga? Oh, that's why I got a fucking TikTok short on myself talking in the background. But why the fuck I keep hearing myself talking? Why the fuck my TikTok Studio app not working, bro? Hello? Open TikTok Studio, ho. Then in addition to hour for the kill zone. When it says 3 p.m. Yeah, we are in pre-landing right now. Go during age test is another cheat code? Nah, go during age test is free. Agent session cheats. Agent session cheats all around. Go to set on nice for me though. I like to go on this retracement here. I want to sell gold around 320. You want to know the real cheat code, bro? ChatGPT, bro. That's the real cheat code. What the fuck? Okay, TikTok Studio clearly don't fucking work. This shit's ass. Oh, never mind. No, it's not. I can see my chat. And I can't see the chat. I can see my screen, but I can't see the chat. That shit's dirty. I got ChatGPT prompt for trader. That shit is lit. Nah, yeah, I've been doing a series versus who's a better trader, me or ChatGPT. Now I low-key been packing ChatGPT shit up. No cap. But it's the cheat code right here, right? You go to chatgpt.com. You go to whatever you want to trade. Say you want to trade ES, right? You go to ChatGPT. Go to whatever time frame trade on. You can do the 1 minute, 5 minute, whatever you want to do. Delete all your indicators. Not indicators, all your chart drawings. Let's do 5 minute here. Zoom in on price. All right. Take a screenshot, copy, go to ChatGPT, paste it, and say, give me a technical NALY technical analysis on ES futures with a stop loss entry and TP. Cheat code right here. Boom. Full ported. No, I'm playing. Don't fucking full ported. Don't listen to me, bro. This is not nowhere near financial advice. All right. That was a joke. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence and do your own research. But send a clean chart to ChatGPT on whatever time frame you want. Do the 5 minute time frame. ChatGPT gonna get your whole pre-market breakdown, bro. General trend price action from July 5th until July 6th shows a strong bearish trend with lower lows, lower highs. After bottoming out at 62.90, price entered the range consolidating phase. Small bullish correlation, small bullish correction followed by a rejection at 63.06, indicating supply zone. Whatever. It's gonna give you a whole trade idea, bro. Entry sell limit at 63.04. Stop loss. Take profit. TB1, TB2, TB3 for runner. Risk reward. Stop loss 5.5 points. TB1, 14 points. Risk reward 1 to 2.5. So on and so forth. Confirmation factors. Market structure. Clear bearish trend forming lower lows, lower highs. Volume profile. Assume likely heavy acceptance below 6306. Low volumes nodes at entry zone timing. Early pre-market agent session. Ideal for positioning ahead of potential volatility buildup. Boom. It's a cheat code right here, bro. Thank me later. Then right after do that, turn your shit back on and see if your analysis go alongside what ChatGPT just said. I get a ChatGPT prompt for Twitter. That shit is lit. It's too long to type here. Nah, yeah. ChatGPT do be cooking up though. No count. What I like to do with ChatGPT is I like to take my position. Pro short indices are too risky until YM hits all-time high. Nah, not necessarily. Actually, no. I agree. Short indices is crazy. I agree. Everything's at all-time highs. So short anything at all-time highs is risky. When I said I disagree, that was a joke. That was a prank. I definitely agree. Short anything at all-time highs is risky. Just because you don't know when it's going to top out, it could just continue going up. But the likelihood of it continuing going up is high, but at the same time low because nothing goes up forever. It's going to eventually make a correction, but you don't know when that correction is going to start to happen. That's the problem. You're shorting at all-time highs. You can do a daily trading journal tracker. No, yeah, I know. I don't journal my trades anymore, to be honest. Like I'm trading for 4 years. I don't journal. Not gonna lie. I used to journal though. The reason why I don't journal no more is because I don't have to journal. It's happening. It's not a correction, but a pullback. With profit and loss statement, yeah. ChatGPT will make your whole trading journal with Notion. I like Notion, but and it'll have a profit and loss tracker in a calendar format, just like how TradeZilla does. This happened is not a correction, but it's a pullback. Yeah, it's a like it's not really a pullback. Like on a lower time frame, it look like a pullback, but for the overall higher time frames, being though it's at an all-time high on the higher time frames, including the lower time frame, it's not really a pullback. It's just a fucking bottom wick of a daily candle. Like or in the I mean, we have inside candles. But I don't journal no more because I've been trading 4 years and I don't like I'm past the journaling phase, right? Only time I do journal is when I go on losing streaks. So if I start to see myself going on tilt and I start taking consecutive losses, like where I have like a red month, then I'll start journaling that following month. Like I think I had green months all this year so far. April, where I fucking April, I got cooked in April. April, I got cooked. So in May, I journaled that whole month, and then I stopped journaling again. You can also try this with Gemini and Grok, similar results. Only thing I've been using for real was ChatGPT, but I low-key wanted to start using see what's up with other AIs. It's just lagging right now. It's not dropping now. It's just making a higher low. Yeah, I agree. It's just making a short term higher low to make the new highs, but it needs that structure at all time high. It's hard trading all time highs because the fact that there is no structure, but as it starts to make structure and form them higher highs and higher lows, and while it's already still up there, that's how you can be able to capitalize on them deep retracement reversals. Well, I like my TikTok chat, man. My TikTok chat know what they talking about a little bit. So what's good, Bravo? Hey, Bravo, where you been at, bro? I ain't see you in a minute, bro. I think last time I seen you, you asked me for an AUD position. I gave you a fire ass gas position on AUD. That shit was cooked. That shit was so perfect, but I forgot where I gave you that position at. That shit was so gas though. Yeah. That's true. Fizz only do so much at yeah, that's 100% true. At that point, you just gotta look at pure price action. But if pure price action is too far away from current price, then you just gotta let price do what it's gonna do and form new price action in those all-time highs. But I like my TikTok chat, bro. My TikTok chat seem pretty mature. And they seem like they real knowledgeable about trading. Bro, I've been in other people TikTok chats recently, and bro, the fucking TikTok brain rot that I've been seeing in them comments was like, bro, what the fuck are these people even talking about? My TikTok chat low key a vibe, bro. There's not no brain rot in here. I'm about to jump on a jet ski here in Thailand. Cheers, y'all. All right, bro. You enjoy your day, gang. Appreciate you for stopping by the TikTok live, bro. You go ahead and enjoy your shit. Let's bring gold up to watch this because now that we look like we may have some kind of pullback here on this gold, I want to bring it up. I want to focus. I want to focus on this a little bit more. Looking at GU, I still like this. I still like GJ as well. I don't really like NAS no more. We out of this trade, so let's take this out to watch this. I don't like GA no more. We're not worrying about that. EJ looks good and not really focused on UJ no more either. So now let's look at these. I want to shorten this watch list up a little bit though. I'm already in GBP CHF. I don't really want to touch this. We could potentially take some buys here on GJ. Let's wait for this 1 hour closure. If I take GJ buys here, I low-key want to close this GBP CHF sales because I don't want to be in GBP on two different pairs, buying one and selling the other. That doesn't make sense. But I do like these buys more than I like these sells. So I'm just going to simply close these sells at break even, relatively. A little bit in profit, roughly break even, and then take the buys. I don't want to be buying and selling two GBP pairs where they both of the current GBP is the base pair. It doesn't make too much sense. Even though they don't really correlate, right? But still doesn't make too much sense. Like this whole time, GBP CHF selling off, GBP JPY was buying up. Well, actually, they do kind of look the same. This was a big sell off, and then a shift to go bullish. This was a big sell off, and then a bullish retracement, not a shift up. They do look relatively similar. Looking at GBP CHF, got a left shoulder, a head, a right shoulder for potential reversal to go higher. GBP JPY, we already got a left shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder for to go higher. So they do look relatively similar. So again, I don't want to be buying one and selling the other. It doesn't make too much sense, bro. So I see how this hourly candle close, and then I'll look to decide if I want to get in DJ or not and close GBP CHF. The reason why I like GBP JPY more than GBP CHF is because GBP JPY does have a 4-hour bullish engulfing candlestick here. We have 1 hour equal lows here, a shift in structure in the 1 hour to go back bullish, closing above this overall level of resistance here, and then we have a 4-hour bullish engulfing as well. You can take potential buys here after the 1 hour close, and then have a stop loss like below these lows here for about 25 pips. 25 pip, and then we can look to target the top of this range, and we have clean ranges to fill, right? This is a clean candles to fill versus GBP CHF, right? We already tried to trade inside this range. We have a break and retest over here that failed to close below. So price could continue up here. We already retested this area. So that's what I don't like about this trade. That's why I do like the trade overall being the direction. Like I did take this trade on Friday. This was the trade I took on Friday. I had a 10 pip stop loss, a 10 pip TP1. I tried to hold for a longer risk to reward. It overall ran for 1 to 1.7 roughly, but I took parts of that TP1 and then the overall reversed on me and stopped me out at break even. So I got out this trade. I'm trying to give this trade another shot here from my Friday trade, but I don't want to marry my sell bias. Like if the overall wants to push up and create this higher high, a higher low, and a new higher high, I'm not going to stop it from doing that. Try to fade it, you know. You're going to just adapt to the market and trade what's better. And in this case, GBP JPY does indeed look better. And also, GBP USD is in a bullish retracement phase as well. With this, we already had aggressive breakout and coming up to retest. Right, all GBP is looking all like they're going bullish. But if not a long term buy, at least a short term retracement. If I got any pairs I want me to break down the chart, it could be futures, it could be stocks, it could be anything. I mean, I'll do a breakdown on what I think about that pair or ticker, whatever you want to fucking call it. In the meantime, let's just look at it like this. You said check USD CAD. I got you. Hold on, my girl calling me chat. Hello? All right, this is what I think about USD JPY. Look on the daily time frame, we are aggressively bearish. It's clear as day, we are overall bearish. We had this lower high up here. We rebroke this low down here. We had a retracement that tried to make a new low, couldn't quite get there. But this is our most recent low right over here. Look on the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame, we are bearish as well. We had this lower high here. This is my most recent low on this 4-hour time frame. So we're going to look at this like this is a overall level of resistance, and this is the overall level of support. This is the range that the price is currently in on a 4-hour time frame. Look on a 1-hour time frame, we are bullish. The reason why I'm saying we're bullish is because we have this lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Then we have price eventually take out this. Then we have price break above this high right over here, or make a new high. Then we have a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So the 1 hour is bullish. We just broke above this high right over here. Let's look left to see how this lines up as a valid level. So we have resistance here. We have some resistance here. We have support here. This is a nice strong level. We had a big rejection off of this area here. We have a small rejection here. We have a big rejection here. Now we have a new breakout. Let's look more left to see what else happened in this area. Some fake outs right over here. So I think as far as USD CAD, you can have some buys could play out, but buys are counter trend to the overall 4-hour and a daily. So because look at the 4-hour time frame, bro. Actually, our 4-hour is bullish. I lied when I said it's bearish. It's bullish. Reason being is we have, I don't know what I said earlier, but I meant to, if I didn't say bullish, I meant to say bullish. Have a lower low, lower high, a lower low. This is where our 4-hour went bullish. So our 4-hour and our 1-hour is bullish at the same time. The daily is just still bearish. So we may be in a daily retracement over a daily bullish retracement in the middle of a overall daily bearish trend. But our 4-hour and our 1-hour are both bullish. So you can potentially take some buys on USD CAD as price pull back into this area right over here, but to continue up. This is my most recent low on the 1-hour time frame. So if you draw a fib from the low point to this high over here, this pullback lines up with a fib with 50% retracement as well. So you could see price pull back into this area to take some potential buys. Other than that, if you don't get a pullback and price just decides to continue up, you just avoid taking that trade because it's too aggressive for no real pullback. Even though I trade break and retest. Other than that, I'll get some potential buys up here. And as far as sells, I wouldn't want to sell until price go back into bearish structure where sellers are in control, and that doesn't happen until we re-break these lows down here. Being as though this was the initial push that gave us a 4-hour shift to go bullish. That's what I think about GBP. Not GBP, USD CAD. Let's go back to GBP CHF though. Let's see if we have to make a decision here. We got our hourly closure on GBP JPY. Let's go to our 1 minute. It won't be a 5-minute entry. We will use a 1-minute entry for this case. I need price to take this low out first. If we could take this low out first, I'll look to take a buy here on GBP JPY. Who is and NQ are dropping now? Let's see. It's still overall ranging though. This is a small bearish push in the overall range. It's still hella ranging though. Still hella choppy. Yeah, it's still hella choppy. All right, I'm gonna close this here at break even. I'm gonna close my GBP CHF for this snap break even. I'm gonna close that at break even, and I'm gonna get into GBP, JPY buys. I like these buys better than I like the sells. This is the higher probability setup. I'm gonna take this one instead. We're gonna do a 25 pip stop loss. That's a crazy take. This nigga funny as shit. It's still acting up though. Nah, it's definitely choppy as fuck. It's not an area that I would want to trade in. I'd rather wait for we have a breakout. I tried to long, but when media stopped out, yeah, it's just it's when pairs is like when something is just like too choppy, where it's at an area where it's making a decision, it hasn't chosen the decision yet, I would just sit on my hands there. That's where you practice patience at. You strengthen your discipline muscle in areas like that, with that kind of protection. It's still acting up though. Yeah. Oh, you said where? You're talking about NQ. Mm-hmm. I just noticed my face cam wasn't on this whole time, bro. Think what they're gonna say nothing? Man, you're out of pocket. What the fuck is that quote I'm looking for, bro? I can't remember that fucking quote. Fuck, I can't remember that shit, bro. Let's look at GBPCHF. There you go. What a fake out right here.